I'm back again with another video, and today we're going to be discussing what's the best version of Kevin Durant. To me, the best version of Kevin Durant is when he's surrounded by other stars. He could be averaging around 25 points per game and contributing with assists and rebounds. I could see Kevin Durant competing at an elite level around great players, and he would be doing this with ease, and this is the best version of KD to me. When he was with OKC, he had Westbrook, Ibaka, and James Harden on his side. In OKC, they did take some of the load. I'm not gonna lie, they did help KD in a lot of ways, but KD needed another star to equally distribute as much of an impact on the game as he was distributing, and he didn't receive that at the time. James Harden was still young and still developing as a player, and he was still a sixth man of the year type of player, and he wasn't yet the MVP that we now all have become accustomed to knowing. But when he reached Golden State, he was able to reach his full potential. He was surrounded by Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, players who were willing to take on that load and allow him to not feel like he was heavily burdened with a lot of responsibility on the court. He could shift his attention to other parts of the game like defense, where he would contribute with many blocks and even helping out on defensive plays, and that elevated his game to a two-way player. A player that was now regarded as one of the best two-way players in the game. In Golden State, he was able to win 2 NBA championships and 2 finals MVPs. This showed us that Kevin Durant was no longer just an ordinary player, or he was no longer just an ordinary superstar. He was now one of the elite superstars, one of the very best in the game. When Kevin Durant moved to the Nets, although he had a star in Kyrie Irving, he still had to carry that heavy load that he had back in OKC. He was still having to score hefty points, contribute in all areas of the game in a hefty manner, and that didn't allow him to reserve his energy and shift his focus to parts of the game where he was most needed. Kyrie Irving would miss a lot of games during their time together, and that didn't help Kevin Durant get his time away from having to carry such a heavy share of the responsibility at the time. Although they had a big three with the Nets, with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving and James Harden, they didn't have enough time for that big three to come together, and this hindered their success. So they had some time together, but they didn't have enough games for them to really become great co-stars, developed in a way similar to the Golden State Warriors team that we discussed earlier. Although I've made these points, we could say on the other hand, the Eastern Conference semi-final in 2021 against the Milwaukee Bucks, Kevin Durant was a foot away from reaching the conference finals. And we could say that Kevin Durant was enough for them to reach or go all the way to the finals. And maybe he didn't need another co-star. Maybe he was enough on his own. And that's an argument that you can have. But for me, I believe Kevin Durant is at his best when he's surrounded by other great players. And them great players, they get time together to blend. And he's able to not only focus on the offensive end, but be able to focus on the defensive end. A 25 point per game scorer, and someone who doesn't have to have a great amount of minutes on the court can produce efficiently at a great level or an exceptional level with a short amount of minutes. And that's what I think he has with the Suns, and I think that's what will continue to happen whilst he's with the Suns, and I can see great success if that continues with the Suns. If he's able to replicate what he did with Golden State on the Suns, I could see them going far in the playoffs and doing great things. But we'll have to wait and see. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, and subscribe, and tune in for more content.